Okay, guys, welcome back to another stream this morning. If this is your first time on this particular handle, I'm Isaac from Senai Farms. In this farm, I raise local chickens, okay? And I hope everybody is doing wonderfully well. And I'm also doing great, Guys, I promised you yesterday that today I'll be sharing with you the results for the test and then what I've experienced during the incubating period of the eggs. So far, so good. So those are the issues we are going to discuss in this particular stream. But before we dive, even though I'm late for the stream, it's already 7:30 here in Ghana. I'm late. The stream's supposed to come off exactly 6, but I'm late. But regardless, I still make time to meet you and discuss this with you. Okay, so if you join the stream, make sure to leave your name wherever you are joining from, or you stumble on this particular stream after the stream has ended, you stumble on the video, make sure to leave your name wherever you are joining from in the comment section of the video. And also don't forget to use the link in the description to join our Telegram community, right? So most of you may not be familiar with the test, so quickly, we have the rabbits and then the chickens. Okay, there are schools of thoughts that said we don't need to keep these two animals at one place. So we have the chickens here, they are in the cages here. So we have the chickens and then the rabbits, and then we have some of the rabbits also in the cages, and then other chickens also there. So I've decided to run a test so that we understand into details why we should not keep the rabbits and then the chickens at one particular place. So these are the test results for that particular test. Okay, so the first thing I've noticed is whenever you are giving them feed, you are giving the rabbits feed or the chickens feed, the chickens and then the rabbits, they take the same feed, so they struggle for the feed, and then most of the time, the rabbits, they overshadowed the chickens most of the times. Okay, so if you give them feed, and then sometimes, let me show you something. If you want to use, if you are using feeders to feed the chickens too, so that they can get enough feed, the rabbits, see, this is how they are going to destroy your feeders. They will eat it, okay, they will cut it off. So this is the doing of the rabbits. Okay, they did this. So that is the first thing, because they struggle for the feed. So this is the doing of the rabbits. So I decided to use these feeders for them. Okay, these normal improvised feeders for them, but still they are still dominating the chickens whenever it comes to the feeding. Okay, they overpowered the chickens, so the chickens are not getting enough feed, and if that happens, it affects the growth rate of the chickens. The chickens, they need enough feed and then enough protein. Hi, good morning. They need enough feed and then enough protein for them to grow fast. But during this testing time, I've seen that the rate at which my chickens usually grow up, welcome from Indonesia, Ricky, welcome. The rate at which my chickens grow up decreases because they are not getting enough feed, because the rabbits overshadowed them. Okay, good morning, big bro. Good morning. So that is the first thing I've noticed, and that is the first result from the test, why you should not keep rabbits and then chickens at one particular place. You can see that they are here. We keep the rabbits, they are here, they are under the cages, and then we have these ones here. So you must understand this. Okay, this is a test I've run. I'm not just here and then I'm telling you anything. No, it's a test I've run, and I've showed you some of the results. So the rabbits will eat all your feeders. If you don't take time, they will destroy all your feeders. I think they've destroyed 3 of these feeders. Before I realized, I just came back one day and then they've destroyed a lot of feeders. This one too, can you see? They've destroyed a lot of feeders. So that is the first main reason why you should not keep rabbits at one particular place. It's the first reason, but 2 in we have two that is they will destroy your feeders, and then they will still overshadow the chickens, and then the chickens will not get enough feed. And if that happens, it affects the growth rate of your chickens and then the performance. If they are layers, it's going to affect their laying performances. Okay, now the third most important thing that I've realized, it's not common whenever it comes to the crossbreed and then the locals. Okay, you know, I'm breeding the local chickens and then that of the crossbreed. That is what I'm doing. Okay, the locals and then the crossbreed. But I have pure breed also in the house, that is the Leghorn White and then the Rhode Island Red. You know, these are the two main roosters I use for my breeding process. But see, these Leghorn Whites, you can see, just look at their wattle and then that of their comb. You could see that they have what we call pox. Okay, if you observe this chicken, if you observe its wattle and then the comb, you could see that it has that pox. And then this one also, you can see this one also, it has the pox on the comb and that of the wattle. Okay, so this is the third reason why you should not keep them. If you have a pure breed, please just keep them away from rabbits. They are going to infect them. You have fowl pox. You've seen the result. Okay, I told you I'll share everything with you, so you've seen the result. The first thing I've noticed is they are not the first batch, they are actually the second batch. These guys are the first batch. Have you seen? This is a Leghorn White. This is a Leghorn White. What I've realized is that if the Leghorn White, if these heritage breeds, if they are growers, they will have the fowl pox. Okay, they will have the fowl pox, and it affects and retards the growth of the chickens. But you know, the local ones and then the hybrids, these are the hybrids, the crossbreeds. The ones in the cage here, this white one, they are the crossbreeds. They are not being affected by that fowl pox, and then the local chickens are not also being affected. But the pure breed, which are growers, are always being affected. So don't keep them at one place. Okay, if you are dealing with Leghorn White, these heritage breeds, or you are dealing with these hybrids, don't keep them. Don't keep the heritage breeds of the chickens and then that of the hybrids of the chickens and then the rabbits at one particular place. Okay, the first disease you are going to encounter in your farm is the pox, and it's going to affect the growth rate, retards the growth rate of the chickens. You know, this Leghorn White, they started to crow at or roast. Yeah, they started to roast at with 10, but as they are being struck by that pox, they stop that particular process. They stop it, and then before they can, that affects this one too, that affects their brother too. Before they can come back again to roast, guys, it will take a very long time. They will hit like 16-17 weeks before they will begin it again. So don't keep them. Okay, don't keep the rabbits and then the chickens at one particular place if you want to be at the safer side. Okay, you know, I run a lot of tests. I want to share something with you, something concrete. So this, so far so good, these were the result. And then whenever it comes to the rabbits and then the chickens, you know, I've spoke about the chickens. Now whenever it comes to the rabbits too, you know, due to the struggle for the feed, sometimes the chickens, you know, they have beak that they use for the pecking. So sometimes they peck. We have one rabbit here, they've destroyed its eye because they want to peck, and then they hit the eye of the rabbit. So they will wound the rabbit in the process. Okay, they will wound the rabbit in the process because the chickens, they have a very strong beak. So they usually wound the rabbit, and they've actually caused havoc in my farm. So don't try to do that. Don't try to keep them onto one particular place. You know, this house, we are running a lot of tests, but if you are into serious business, you want to raise rabbits and then the chickens, guys, keep them separately. Okay, you can keep all the rabbits in the cages and keep the chickens at another house. Okay, so I hope you've gotten something out of this particular video, and then I think in no time, we are going to come out with another test and then come out with another finding. So guys, that is what I have for you in this particular stream. I'll be sharing with you the test result for the incubator, the eggs we've incubated. I will share the result with you in tomorrow's stream. I will not do that today. If we get in there tomorrow, that is when I'm going to share with you the result. Okay, so if you're enjoying this time with me, don't forget to hit the like button. We have a lot of people that joined the stream today, about 99, but we only got 2 likes, which is good. Guys, if you like the time with me, you like the result, you like what I'm doing here, just hit the thumbs up, and if you're new, subscribe to join the community. Guys, I'll catch you up in another one just like this tomorrow morning.